Hello, people of the webs. The other day, or maybe last week, I came across this video by a name I cannot remember, but I am linking the video in the description or comment section. So, the video is a clip from a video game, The King of the Fighters. I actually put in the word "the" in that sentence because otherwise there is an F touching itself. So, the King of the Fighters. There's this character called May, and this character is basically the Amy Rose to Andy the Sonic Hedgehog, in that Mai, for some reason, is hyper attracted to the character Andy. Both characters are martial artists of mighty physical strength and prowess, but May comes off as basically a yandere archetype character, being head over heels or obsessed of Andy. Apparently, Mai has been chasing Andy as a potential mate for most of the franchise, or for maybe the past 25 something years. But in the comments section, the clip itself is Mai asking for Andy to propose if he loses, as in propose marriage. Yes, that's stupid. Mai being very much retarded there. So the clip is apparently Mai and the other guy, Andy, in a martial arts tournament, but Mai asks for Andy to ask Mai out for a date, for some sort of date, or marriage, if he loses. They are in the middle of a battle tournament, but Mai just asks for Andy for marriage, at least as a form of anti-victory thing, an if you lose type of thing. If you lose, you marry me, as a form of last-ditch attempt at being able to handle the guy that you are chasing. So basically, the character is Mai, the female, is a cunt, asking for this Andy guy to marry them, but asking in the middle of a tournament. But it gets worse because Mai has been chasing Andy through most of the franchise. If he said no the first maybe 10,000 times, he might say no for the next set of 10,000 times. If he says yes, it is only because you forced him to. You forced this guy. You forced him into mating. I've probably said this in past videos, but Asex people are very underrated in society. Very underrated. Most people in society are obsessed with sex or having a relationship, as in having a boyfriend or girlfriend, and using that boyfriend or girlfriend as a signifier for self-justification, either to yourself or to people you think of as your peers. Because all extroverts are stupid. Outright retarded. All extroverts are very stupid. So this character Andy from the King of the Fighters, he's closer to being smart or Asex. He prefers to fight. He does not prefer to have sex and have a relationship. He is too smart as to have any form of relationship. He is a fighter. His goals are orientated correctly. But Mai acts like a cunt. But I've seen through all of the comment section there are more than 1,100 comments, the vast majority of which are calling him stupid because he declined the offer. This guy, he declined the offer because he's actually smart. He's not a himbo. He is just very smart. He's much smarter than the people playing the game. More asex, more goal-orientated, not relationship-corrupted or extroverted. He's not like most people in society, manipulated by the media to think having a relationship is the ultimate means of self-justification. So this guy is just bullied. Andy is bullied by the comment section. More than 1,000 comments all saying he's very stupid for declining the offer of a relationship or being married. There was this one guy saying he's not accepting responsibility or implying such. There are many people saying he's not adult enough, as if being adult means you have to let go of things that are actually required or matter, as to get a wife and girlfriend. But many of the comments are actually smart. Many people in the comments are actually smart enough to point out he is more asex, or smart enough to prefer goals that actually matter. Goals like your job, or actual success, be it financial or power, any form of power. So pointing out how he's actually smart enough to prefer actual things that matter than a relationship. But a lot of people in the comments section are saying how Mai, from this video game franchise, this Mai person that comes off as very cuntish, very overrated. This Mai person is apparently the sexiest or most attractive character in all fiction. These people are thinking from their penises. This fighter person character is busty, fit, very thin, all the hallmarks of sexy or sexy attractiveness. But is this fighter character from this video game franchise, are they actually the most attractive character in fiction? Bullshit. Because there's no single most attractive character in fiction. These people have not read many books, or played other games, or watched many movies or films, or have actually read any comics. These people, their single the single thing they have played or have watched in their entire life is this game franchise. Because they act like this Mai cunt is the most attractive person ever. So these people are bullying Andy for being asex and smart enough to prefer actual goals than relationships. Then saying that this cunt is the most attractive person ever. Mai, from the king of the fighters, is a cunt, just overrated. Just wanted to point out how this Andy character is being abused for being smart enough to prefer actual goals. An example of how society pushes relationships or things that just never matter against people and force characters or peoples to not be asex or actually orientated towards useful